I'm sitting here with Shanne Bradley. Shanne Bradley was at the Art College of St Albans in 1975, and she was there on the night that the Sex Pistols arrived unannounced and played, and from there she went on to book the Sex Pistols another 2 times, and following that also booked the Damned. Heavily involved in the scene. So, Shanne, can you just tell me what were your first impressions and your memories of that first night when the Sex Pistols arrived?
I think it's around Halloween, so we were all dressed up, and I had a lot of charity shop clothes on and a holster of guns and outside ice skating boots. I think fishnets and I'm trying to remember. Just crazy. And I'd had an accident with peroxide and henna, so I had like bright orange hair, really unnatural looking, and it was really butchered as well because I'd cut my hair off. Anyway, and then I saw these guys walking around with the same sort of hair, which was quite strange. And they played a gig, and we just thought they were a joke. And we laughed at them. We thought they were taking the piss out of 60s music. Yeah. Because they couldn't really play that well, and afterwards the drummer was crying because it was so bad.
Oh no!
And we saw this guy walking around who had the same sort of hair as me, and this very bit like this. It was a mohair jumper, and he came over. He kept chatting to me, and that's what's your name? He said it's Johnny Rotten. And I was like, Rotten? What kind of name's that? You know? And he started showing his clothes, and he said, where did you get your jumper? I bought it in Sex. I was like, Sex? And he showed me the label. And McLaren was there, Malcolm McLaren, in his leather gear. And he invited me to come to the shop and have a look round at all this stuff.
Okay, I'm sitting here now on the wondrous Skype talking to Albi, who used to perform in a band called Open Door, and Open Door supported the set at St Albans College of Art and Design in 1976. So, Albi, tell us what you remember of that night.
No, it's the other way round. The Sex Pistols supported us.
Oh, right.
What I remember was amazing band. They were different from anything I'd ever seen before. The singer in the Sex Pistols he'd sprayed his leather jacket silver. They got all the hair up, all their jumpers were hairy, and they were wild and aggressive, mesmerising actually, but not tuneful at all, very, very different. Made you look.
When you saw them, did you immediately think, here's something very special, here's something that's going to really shake things up?
I didn't know what to make of it. Johnny Rotten, I hadn't seen anybody that sort of was as raw as that before. He didn't give a damn. You know, he didn't care. It was almost like he was like a guerrilla, using guerrilla tactics to get him. And I hadn't seen that kind of anger. Certainly interesting. Whether I liked it musically, I don't know.
Why were you inspired to then book them again?
Well, I went to see them play at Central.
Right.
And I just thought they were fantastic.
Right.
Real energy. And Rotten completely took the piss out of the audience. Yeah. I think he stuck the mic in my face at one stage. You know, like, well, you can sing better than me. You do it. You know, that type of approach. And, just outraged people. Yeah. And they looked good as well. Yeah. It was an energy thing.
You couldn't get them for a 4th gig, and was that literally because by that stage they'd become sort of too big and too busy?
McLaren said, "Oh no, we're not coming back." Because the gig before, one of the students had sadly died, right, and there was a wake, and so it was quite empty. So they felt they didn't want to come back a 4th time in case it was empty. But I'd just seen the Damned play their first gig, so I booked them instead, and they got paid £100, and they were thrilled because I mean that's a lot of money.
So how were the Damned that early in their career?
They were completely mental. You know. Dave running up and down like sort of a vampire, you know, sing. That's quite funny. And at that stage it was Ray Burns, who later became Captain Sensible, was playing bass. Yeah. He just had a white suit and white plastic sunglasses and never moved at all. Sure. It was quite menacing. in the back.
And Brian James on guitar,
Yeah.
who I always got the feeling actually was a really good guitar player even
Yes,
at that
yeah,
point.
Yeah, he was a bit older than everyone else.
Yeah,
Been around the block a few times.
right. Fantastic.